So you want to switch to Linux, but you're scared of deleting Windows and losing all your files? I totally understand. But here's something most people don't tell you. You don't have to remove Windows to try Linux. Before making any permanent changes to your computer, you can run Linux from an external drive or a fast USB stick. This is called a live USB or running Linux from an USB drive. It works like a completely safe test environment. You just plug in, start your computer, and it runs Linux. When you are done, simply unplug it and restart your computer. You're back in Windows 11 like nothing ever changed. This is the best way to find out if Linux is right for you. You can test your Wi-Fi, connect your Bluetooth headphones, and check if your printer works, all without putting your main system at risk. Before you flash that USB drive, let me tell you 3 hot truths about switching to Linux in 2026. If you aren't prepared for this, you might get very frustrated. First, when you open the file manager in Linux, you won't see a C drive, D drive, or E drive. Linux uses a completely different file system. Everything starts from something called the root directory, shown as a /. Your personal files like downloads, documents, pictures, and videos are stored inside a folder called Home. At first, this can feel confusing and even intimidating, but once you understand that Linux keeps your data separate from the system files. Second, gaming on Linux is incredible right now. Proton allows most Windows games to run very smoothly on Linux. However, some games like Valorant don't work. If you're a serious gamer, you may need to stay on Windows or set up a two-boot system. And lastly, there is no native Adobe or Microsoft Office support. Apps like Photoshop, Premiere Pro, and Illustrator do not run natively on Linux. If you depend heavily on these programs for your work, Linux may not be the right choice for you. There are free alternatives like Kdenlive for video editing and Krita for painting and design. The same goes for Microsoft Office. You cannot install the full desktop version of MS Office directly on Linux. Instead, most Linux distributions come with LibreOffice pre-installed that you can use to create and edit documents, spreadsheets, and presentations. Also, Linux takes security very seriously. It will often ask you to enter your password when you try to install software or change system settings. This extra security layer is one of the main reasons Linux is less vulnerable to viruses compared to Windows. Now let me show you how to run Linux from a USB drive. Now setting up Linux is very simple. Now first download the ISO file of a friendly distributions like Ubuntu or Linux Mint. Then download a free open source tool called Rufus. Then open Rufus as administrator. Select the Ubuntu ISO file and choose your USB drive or external SSD. Make sure the partition scheme is set to GPT and your system boot mode is UEFI. Then go ahead and click on Start and Rufus will flash the operating system onto the USB drive. Once it's done, restart your computer and enter the BIOS using your keyboard shortcut. This key is usually Escape, F2, F9 or Delete. In my case, I press Escape to open the startup menu and then press F10 to enter the BIOS settings. Now inside the BIOS, go to the boot options and enable USB boot. You can leave secure boot enabled or disabled. Then change the UV boot order and set the USB drive as the primary boot device. Then save your changes and exit. Now your system will boot into Ubuntu from the USB drive. After a few minutes, you will see the live session. You can close the installer and explore the Ubuntu desktop. You're now running a complete operating system directly from your USB drive. If everything works very well and you are comfortable with it, you can launch the installer and either install Ubuntu alongside Windows 11 or completely replace Windows with Ubuntu. Now once you're done, the first thing you need to forget from your Windows days is how you install software. On Windows, you probably open a browser and search for the application you want, download a random exe file, and then install it. In Linux, you don't do that. Software management works like a smartphone. Almost every Linux distribution comes with a built-in software center similar to an app store. It's very secure, centralized place with thousands of free and open source applications. If you want to install an application like VLC, you simply search for it in the software center and click install. It's that easy. With the help of a package manager, installing packages such as compilers, Docker, Node.js, and Python becomes incredibly straightforward. Now simply enter sudo apt install followed by the name of the package you want to install. Linux is even better when it comes to updates. It updates everything at once, your operating system, browser, and all your applications with a single click. And there are no random restarts while you're in the middle of your work. And that's pretty much it. Go ahead and create that USB drive and spend a weekend booting into Linux. Test your hardware and explore the software center and try writing a document in LibreOffice. If you enjoy the speed, the privacy, and the level of control it gives you, then you can go ahead and run the installer and permanently replace Windows or install Ubuntu alongside Windows 11. So what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to see more content. Thank you so much for watching. This has been KSK Royal. I will see you in the next one.